Hello everybody, welcome back to another edition of the TeSys Tera training. I'm your host Leandro Mada, and in this video what we're gonna see is the offer dedicated to the main controller unit that we have for the TeSys Tera. Okay, so let's go to the presentation. So as I mentioned before, I'm going to talk only for one part of the TeSys Tera, which is the main controller unit. So basically on the main controller unit, the solution for the TeSys Tera is based on the main controller, the sensor module that basically is the one that measures the current and the voltage, and then we have expansion modules and also the HMI. So what is mandatory for you in order to make the TeSys Tera work? It will be the main controller and the sensor module. Then additionally we can have the expansion modules, okay, but the main thing are these two. So in order to connect this one with this, we have in the left side, okay, on this one, the possibility to connect the RJ11 cable that we go to the sensor module. This case is over here, and this one is on the bottom side, if I'm not wrong. Okay, so the reference for that specific cable is this one. Okay, these two cables depend on the reference, and if you want it to be next to each other, okay, one above the other one or next to each other. Okay, then you have the possibility to use expansion modules. You can see here in the front you have RJ45 connector. That RJ45 connector needs a cable. This is the reference for the cable that will allow you to connect to the expansion modules that you may have. Okay, and then we connect to the other one, and the other one. Okay, so that's a little bit of the idea of this TeSys Tera solution that we have. So in this particular video, what we're going to do is to focus on the main controller unit. So for the moment, what we're going to have are three main controller units. Okay, so this one on the left is going to be the one for Ethernet IP or multi-speed. Then the next one is going to be for the Profibus. The other one that we have is mobile serial, and then as you can see it's a little bit transparent, is for Profinet. Okay, so those three are the one that we have for the moment. I need to check the release dates, but these are the three main units that we have. Okay, so Ethernet IP, multi-speed, one port. Here you can see the ports. Here are the Profibus TP, here you can see the port. And for the Modbus serial one, if I'm not wrong, this one is the terminal port, okay? It's not an RJ45, it's just a terminal port you need to use. And here you can see this is the small RJ11 connector to the CTV. So here I try to divide how the reference looks like. Okay, so everything starts with the LTMT, okay, which is the reference for the TeSys Tera range. Everything is going to be starting with that one. Then the next letters are related to the specific model, E for Ethernet, then the P for Profibus, the M for mobile serial. Then the last two digits are related to the voltage supply. Here you can see, okay, BD 24 volts and FN for the mains 100 to 140. Okay, so basically this is just to have an overview. So if you have one that is in terms in BD, it's because continuous voltage 24 volt DC. The other one's going to be for mains. Now a few definitions here. So in all of them, in the front part you have the part for the communication port, okay, except for the model serial that has it here in this part. Then we have in the left side we have the terminal for the power supply. In all of them they are the same thing. Then you have the temperature sensor, okay, in all of them it has in the same location. You have the RJ11 located there to be used to the cable that I already mentioned before. We have in front the HMI port, okay, to possibility to use this HMI display. it looks the same as the one for the TeSys T, but they are different. Then we have the possibility to use the expansion module for connection of the expansion modules. Okay, the RJ45 for expansion modules. And if you want to use, for example, SOMOV to connect, you just need to use the HMI port in one of them, or the RJ45 connector port in the HMI. That's another option. Then we have some embedded IOs on the unit. Okay, so we have the 4 digital inputs. Okay, depending on how we're going to energize or use the inputs. Okay, we may use 4 or 3. Okay, so that's something that I'm going to cover later when we talk about the embedded digital IOs. Then we have 3 relay outputs. Okay, 2 normally open and 1 normally closed. That basically will turn on the contactors for the load. Okay, then the other thing that we have, okay, is a reset button. Okay, in the front, this is this light blue button over here that basically we have different functionalities, but the easiest one would be to make a reset of the trip. And then you also have the possibility to make a factory reset if you press between 15 and 20 seconds. And then if you press more than 20 seconds, it will go to it will induce a reset, a trip. Okay, and then if you press between 5 and 10 seconds, we are going to double check this. We're going to make another video showing that it performs a self-test. The other thing that we have also in the front are 4 LEDs that basically it can tell us information about the unit, the motor, the communication, and the trip or alarm status. Okay, but we're going to cover that later when we go into each individual ones. Okay, so this is the overview for the main controller offer. So basically, at the moment we have 3 main controller units. Okay, over Ethernet IP or multi-TCP. You can use the Modbus serial, and we can use the Profibus DP. Okay, those are the 3 mains. This device doesn't work alone. We just need the CT or CTB, which is basically with measured current and voltage, and you need a special cable to connect them together. Okay, but we're gonna cover that later. Okay, so thank you very much for watching this video, and I see you on the next one.